From scorching summers to the deep freeze of winter, Fairbanks is a city of extremes. Stick around as we explore what it's really like to live in the heat, the cold, and the midnight sun. So our temperatures range from the low 90s this past summer to 40 below zero in the winter. While our highs may seem like rookie numbers in comparison to other climates in other cities and states, it's pretty important to remember that our area hasn't seen numbers like this in a really long time. Because of this, we're also starting to see some changes in the speed at which our permafrost is melting versus how it's growing. This also brings about differences in soil saturation as well as issues with heaving and falling ground. The other thing that all this heat brings, especially in our dry climate, is an increase in chances of wildfires. In the summer especially, it's very important to pay attention to the Alaska Division of Forestry local fire danger. If your fire should ever get out of control and you're able to, make sure you dial 911. Although wildfires in Alaska rarely affect private property, they have been close enough to damage people's homes. And like with most things, managing them early on typically saves time and money. The Forestry Service takes great care of the wildfires in Alaska, and for the most part, the worst that we typically experience is it getting a little bit smoky in Fairbanks. Last summer, we had a solid 3 or 4 weeks when the smoke was noticeable to uncomfortably thick. Unfortunately, it seems that the same weather phenomenon that keeps coal and wood smoke low in the winter also might keep wood smoke low in the summer. Our climate here is pretty dry. When it's cold, it's dry, but it's cold. It's still really cold. As far as storms go, I look at them as both winter storms and summer storms. A summer storm kind of seems to come out of nowhere. It'll be really hot, really hazy. You'll swear you might see some storm clouds on the horizon. Then whammo, these big heavy storm clouds. You'll definitely have thunder. It seems like we've been getting more and more thunder and lightning recently. I don't know if that's true. And then it might rain pretty heavy for a little bit, and then it'll all go away and it'll be done. Within a summer storm too, we might get a little bit of hail. Winter storms are a little bit more frustrating. You'll either have a winter storm that will come in and then just dump a whole bunch of snow, because if they're like a span of 3 or 4 days at a time, and if, like I said, those are frustrating, because if they're like a span of 3 or 4 days at a time, and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit you with, 8 inches of snow on Monday, 8 inches of snow on Tuesday, 7 inches of snow on Wednesday, no snow on Thursday, 12 inches of snow on Friday. Those are the things that it's like, okay, the whole town's gonna just shut down for a little bit while everybody kind of just takes care of themselves and like gets everyone's driveways sorted out. All the roads and neighborhood roads will get cleared out. Everyone else is getting cleared out. Like those are kind of awful because you're constantly plowing snow, and that's kind of a chore because it's just something you have to deal with. But I would prefer those over the like, okay, here's what's gonna happen. On Saturday, it's gonna warm up to 38 degrees, and then it's gonna rain all night Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, it's gonna get cold again, and it's gonna drop down to 0, whatever. And then we're gonna get a whole bunch of snow, like 10 inches of snow. Those events, when we get like an inch thick of ice just coating everything, those events, those kind of winter storms that we've been getting over the past couple of years, pretty consistently, like right around Christmas, the week of Christmas, week after Christmas. Freezing rain is the worst, and they'll cause power outages all over the place. So when you're looking at buying a home, finding one that has a built-in like switch to switch over to a backup generator, really nice idea. Pro tip for that. Here's what that looks like. Thinking about moving to Fairbanks? Well, click on the link below for my free relocation guide where I talk about top schools, top neighborhoods, and so much more. But that's really the storms that we have. That's it. So our winters are long, cold, and dark. And due to the way that the Earth is positioned in its rotation around the sun at this time of year, there's just no getting around it. And a lot of times when you talk with people about having lived in Alaska, being from Alaska, people will make comments about, oh, well, I don't know how you can deal with all that darkness. For me, it's the Alpenglow. Like we do have a darkness, but there is a period of light in the winter that we get to experience that makes the dark all worth it. And the dark that we get, pretty awesome. So without the dark, we wouldn't have a whole lot of awesome things. So the Alpenglow, like the contrast, the orange, the blues, pinks, all of it blending together. I can stand and watch. I can watch it for hours. I mean, it's just hypnotic. At night, in the dead of winter, going outside on a clear, cloudless night, standing in the snow and just looking at the night sky, watching the northern lights if they're out. Without the darkness, we wouldn't have all of those really awesome things. So it's only during this time of year, during this really cold, long, dark time of year, do we have these really awesome things that we get to enjoy. Now, as far as the light goes, I mean, this is the land of the midnight sun. So in the summer, I mean, the sun's not going to dip below the horizon in Fairbanks for about a little over 70 days. So from mid-May through mid-July. So during that time, there's quite a big difference between the full light mode and the full dark mode. And it takes some time to get there. And the journey through the dark times can be tough for folks sometimes, though. And it leads a lot of folks outside of Alaska. Apart from the beauty of Alaska and getting outside, that definitely helps. We find that staying busy absolutely helps with getting through the long winters and not thinking about how cold and dark and isolating it can all be. I've mentioned how active and engaging and encouraging the community of Fairbanks North Pole really is. There is always something going on. I'll put some links down in the description to donate time, money, services if you feel so inclined. There are plenty of places to get involved if you're interested in that kind of thing, if you want to find the community that is absolutely here for you and looking for you and to help your community here. But check out the links in the description below, because we've got a list of a lot of great folks, a lot of great people that you can reach out to, get in contact with if you are interested in engaging with your community and getting involved. So as the light and the dark both ebb and flow, so does life here. And staying active, finding community, it's not just survival, it's thriving in the extremes. And that's the true spirit of Fairbanks. So if you've got Fairbanks fever, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts below. Check out the description for more ways to get involved and stay active in our vibrant community. If you've got any questions about Fairbanks, you can absolutely give me a call, 907-885-0316. Have a great day.